didn't end up filming an intro for this video, but hi, my name's Janiece. This video I talk about the internet, by why everyone is living in this toxic bubble, and just how we can possibly even attempt to try and pop it, you know. And like the video, comment down below if you agree, if you disagree, if you think I look weird. Don't tell me I'm weird. I don't know. Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe, like, all that good stuff. And yeah, on to the video. I think the biggest thing about our generation in general and the internet, probably for the longest time, is that everyone is numbers obsessed. Everyone wants the likes, everyone wants the views, everyone just wants everyone to just love them, and that can just in itself be toxic without getting into, you know, what influencers put out there and what we see, because that has a lot to do with it as well. But the thing for me that probably does affect me the most, you know, just in general, not just talking about Instagram or YouTube, but it's just that the things that we do and how we make ourselves feel and how we present ourselves online, you know, a lot of the times is just happy, 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 and we never just take a second to think about, like, was this a great vacation? Did this day suck? The world would never know that, because we're not going to sit there and pour our heart out and be honest with the internet, which is probably something we should do without being a fake person and just focusing on that like a lot of people post on stories and just be like, oh, follow for follow, and oh, and people pay, you can pay for likes. Like, things is so fake nowadays. Everything is presented in like a clean, tight-knit, like perfect little page. Like, I remember at one point Instagram had to look aesthetically pleasing, like your pictures, like I wanted them all to be around the same color, like stuff like that. Like, you just, the way you want to look on the internet is fake, because we're not always going to be happy, we're not always going to be fantastic, and I feel like we're all trying to out fantastic each other, you know what I'm saying? Like, certain people I've had to unfollow because like they just make me feel, you know, like I've had to, because my curls, I don't know what to do. Maybe y'all can give me some advice, but I feel like I'm never gonna have the good kind of curls, the kind of curls girls actually want, like the Puerto Rican beautiful girl hair. Like, I be on Instagram so jealous sometimes, like, ugh, why can't my hair look like that? Like, it sucks, but that's one of the like toxic reasons about Instagram, is that we're comparing ourselves to each other, and we're all trying to like outdo each other, that we're like, oh, why can't I look like that? Certain celebrities, they post about their music, and then they post about being rich, and that's annoying to me, because I can't do that right now because I work so much. I love to just take off to Cabo, or take off back to Puerto Rico, or take off to maybe even New York, like some of you fortunate people get to do. But I don't get to do that as often as I would like, even though New York is like an hour away from me, and Miami and Puerto Rico are only a couple hours on a plane. Like, I can't do that. And I don't even think they realize that they come off that way. That's also what's so toxic. I feel like they know, but they don't know. They don't care. They just want to be like, look at my fantastic life. And that's the problem. And another problem with the internet is I just feel like little girls are getting sexualized younger and younger. Like, I'll admit it. In 5th grade, everybody was talking about slapping and dancing with our tongues out, trying to act all grown. We all wanted a MySpace. We all wanted those Razor flip phones. You know what I'm saying? But, and also when I was 14, I remember people talking about sucking and boobs, and I didn't have any, so ain't nobody wanted me. But I remember things like that coming up, And I already felt like we were too young for that, because my mom would be like, I wasn't even thinking of that stuff when at your age. And now it's happening even younger. Kids are cursing even younger. Kids are on the internet watching people, I'm not gonna name names, but you know, them famous white people being out and living the lavish life, and that's what they want to be, and that's what they want to do. So they're gonna post their little thotty selves dancing and trying to be famous, because that's what everybody wants right now. Like, at one point everybody was like, buy my mixtape, but now it's subscribe to my OnlyFans. I mean, not that children are allowed to be on OnlyFans, but I'm sure it's gonna happen. Like, people like Charlie D'Amelio, Daniel Cohn, like, they're really young. They should be focusing on school and other things, but they're chasing that fame and they're overly sexualizing themselves, and it makes me uncomfortable. But I know I'm not allowed to comment on little girls' bodies, but to be honest, like, what are y'all doing? Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I was 17,
oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
I went to homecoming and I was in a 4-person twerk train.
Today, Junior?
Twerk train with my friends. But, and even though Instagram was around at the time, we wasn't posting stuff like that. I wasn't putting myself out there like that. And imagine if I did. We all tried to do those things as well. And the new generation is just gonna come in because what we put out there. What are we teaching Gen Z, for real? That you gotta have your ass out if you're a girl, or you gotta be stupid. I mean, I love David Dobrik as much as the next person, but look at what he was doing for views. Look at what some other famous dudes were doing for views. This is what we're teaching the younger generation. Like, this is what you do. You do anything for the views. You dress sexy and post pictures like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we're showing. And it's just like, we gotta sit back and think, like, are we gonna change the game? Because like, I don't think so. Because now, female, you know, influencers and rappers and music artists and, you know, are queer baiting now because men find that shit attractive, and whether they want to do it for the views or they want to, yeah, the views, the likes, they want the attention. They're either with out, which applaud them, because I feel like we've been taking it back, you know. Like, I think Jennifer Lopez did it best when she flipped the script and was like, I'm gonna make a video with all sexy men, and in what? But then she still came out and did her motherfucking thing, and she was fine down to the dime. But I'm just saying, like, I can see when it's like pressured on them to behave a certain way just for the clicks and likes and views, and women have to be over sexual, but the men get to be like, yeah, I got money, I'm the best, and what? You know what I'm saying? Female rappers and artists do that, but still they're expected to be the ones half naked. Not just the internet, but it's the culture social media has put on us. All this pressure. It's just not a good world. And then some influencers can't handle that.
Are bullies. These are high school fucking bullies.
They can't handle the pressure of people always judging them about having to do things for numbers, having to look a certain way, having to act a certain way, having to over-sexualize themselves if they're a girl. Like, it is a lot of pressure, and it's probably maybe one day I'm gonna be in. As far as I know now, I'm just some random weirdo talking to maybe 40 people. It's a up world. And I feel like it all started in like the MySpace days, when everybody wanted to look cute and everyone wanted their wall to have a certain look, and I wasn't even allowed to have MySpace, but my sister just used to be popping on there. All right, and I used to watch her be on it, be like, oh my god, I wish I could do that. Like, that's where it honestly really started. And then when YouTube, started becoming a place for funny videos and skits, and not just like cat videos, but like actual people like getting together with their friends and putting on costumes and doing things like that, like people like the Wing Girls and Shane Dawson and stuff, like people I used to watch from back in the day that don't even upload anymore, probably for good reason, probably for not for good reason, but it's changed a lot to be very self-absorbed, to be very look at me and what I got, like, and hate comments are always going to be a thing. There's always going to be dislikes on a video. You know you're doing good if you got dislikes on a video. However, not too many, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's bad if it's too many. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that there's always going to be someone who doesn't like your video. There's always going to be someone who feels like they're entitled to their opinion, to call you ugly, to say your foundation don't match, to say you're doing this. And like, things that I hate about influencers is they'll start to be like, oh, I got a hair out of space. Don't mention it in the comments, guys. Oh, and just so you know, I'm not wearing makeup, guys, because of that. Like, girl, it's like, girl, do what you want. You are beautiful. You don't have to apologize to people for not wearing makeup, or anybody shouldn't have to feel like if they got one hair out of place, or if their earring falls out, or if they don't look a certain way, they gotta apologize in the video. Unless it's something nasty, like some spit or something. Like, why are you apologizing for how you look or things that you're gonna say? Like, make the content you want to make. That's what we have to do. To be honest, to fix this situation, one of the things we have to do is just do what makes you happy. If you have to block certain people out of your timeline, do it. If they make you feel bad, I've done it. It'll make you feel a lot better when you don't have to see that stuff. Follow pages that make you do happy, that make you inspired. Surround yourself with inspiring people. And if you feel like the internet is too much pressure, because it is, it's a big place, it's a scary place, it's a wild place. I've been almost everywhere. I've been in fandoms. I've been on YouTube for the longest, even though this is like my first official video. I've seen the very ugly side of it. I've seen some weird sides of it. And I feel like if you want to distance yourself for that, there's no reason why someone shouldn't take a break. Influencers sometimes put too much pressure on themselves to be so good for their fans and be so scared to lose the numbers. Like, it. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. If the internet is becoming too much for you, log the off. Y'all know who I'm talking to when I say stuff like that, because there's people who post videos crying on the floor, but they monetize it or whatever, or saying that they can't do it because they feel like they can't say this or do that or breathe this way. Internet's just not for you. Like, you've been on it long enough, you've made your millions, you've bought your houses, get off of it. Or take a break if you need it. Mental health, your mental health is the most important thing, and I feel like that's how we're going to solve this toxicity. The thing about the numbers, it's never going to end. It's a social climb in every game. Like, if you want to be the manager at your new job, same thing. You got to get the people on your side. You got to come in on time. Everything is about numbers, and that's just how this world works. It's about money. It's about numbers. It's not going to change. But what we can change is our mindset. And what we can change is how we react to stuff and what we put out there into the world. So, be safe. Love yourself. Block anything out your life that is negative. Even if it's your family. You gotta do what you gotta do. And take care of yourselves. And I'll see y'all next Tuesday. Bye.